Encore Pod, episode 50. We back. I'm here with my guy Cruz.
What's up, bro? How you doing? We here today with Blanco,
Woo!
dope ass producer from New Jersey.
Yo,
Great to
up?
meet you, bro. We had some dope conversation off camera. It's
Yo,
great to have you today, bro. How
Thank
you
y'all
feeling?
for having me, man. I appreciate y'all having me on your platform.
Yes,
You know?
sir.
For real. Thank you for
We're gonna
trusting us
talk-
to tell your story a
We're
little
gonna
bit,
talk
bro.
about some real stuff today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shit
What
that.
the people, want to hear. Let's get it.
Let's
You
go.
already know. So, in just a few minutes, could you tell the people where you were born, where you grew up, and how you got started in music?
Got you. So I'm from Jersey,
Okay.
Central Jersey, from the suburbs
Okay.
of Jersey, from Sayreville, and
Okay.
calm little town with the high school there, and how I started in music. I mean, I always been around music. I feel like we all been around music as kids growing up. I'm from a Hispanic household, so I'm hearing music at 7 a.m. on Saturday with the vacuum and
Yeah.
Mark Anthony and all
What are you,
that.
Puerto Rican? Dominican?
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Same,
Yeah, Puerto Rican. So, yeah, just hearing music like that. In high school, I used to sing a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I used to sing at high school. I sang in my talent show, and once I graduated, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna sing no more.
Like,
Like,
you were singing like a vocal sample or anything like
bro, I
that?
sang R. Kelly in my high school. Like, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but
Yeah.
I sang
Yeah.
an R. Kelly song. In my
No, I mean, like,
high
you
That's not easy.
you making a melody now. You ever like just like sing a little something?
school. Oh
something?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
for
you
real?
have to freestyle to your beats.
Yeah.
If you're not freestyling to your beats, then it's like, come on. Every
That's a
producer
fact,
knows
that's
they
a fact.
freestyle to
Yeah,
their beats.
That's a fact.
Oh, fire. Damn,
But
yeah.
so yeah, once I got out of high school, I had a lot of friends that were doing music, and I
bunch of
remember
artists, producers.
a bunch of artists, rappers,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But I remember like one thing I used to always do was like look for beats on YouTube for my friends, right? So my boy be rapping, and well, back in the day it was SoundClick, so I would go on like SoundClick
shit.
and YouTube. Yeah, I would go on SoundClick, YouTube, and like listen to beats, and like I think my boy would sound fire on this, so I would send it to him, and I was like,
A&R and your boys.
yeah, I was like
process a little bit,
executive
right?
producing before I was like really producing.
Hmm.
So that's when I was just kind of, I was like, I hear the music differently. So I want to say, and so time went by. I went to college. I worked a couple jobs.
Where'd you go to
and
school?
I went to school in Kane University,
Okay.
in Jersey.
Okay.
So it was all right. College is college.
Yeah.
I dropped out, started working a full-time job, just trying to get to the bag. But I always still loved music. I was always still around music. I was still going to the studio sessions with my boys, still looking up.
Not
to-
making beats at the time.
I
yet,
wasn't
though.
making
Not
beats at the
beats
time.
at
I was
all.
just still just around the music.
Yeah.
And so I had moved from Jersey to Texas in 2017. My family had moved. I moved my family and bought a laptop. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start making beats. I got too many friends that are rappers. Let me just start fucking with it. And I started fucking with it, and then now we here, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sir.
how did you wind up getting started in terms of like getting those beats to have artists on them? Like, what was your process to getting those beats to?
To the artist. So
Yeah.
like I said, a lot of my friends were rappers. So I just wanted to make beats for my friends at the time. So even if they were asked, my friends were like, they're hard. They were
Okay.
still rapping
We've all
on
been
them.
there. We've all been
Yeah.
there.
So
Yeah.
I'm like sending it to them and they're using it. And I'm like, okay. It gives me a little confidence, like, all right, someone wants to rap on them. And just, over time, like anything you do, you just start getting better. And my network start getting bigger. And one of my friends stopped rapping and he started managing, and then he's plugging me up with the artists he's managing. And that's kind of just how it happened. Like all of my placements really came through like organic relationships. I never like I said off camera, I never really like send out beat packs like that unless you like know me.
Yeah. So you had the idea. I know the online type of producer wasn't as much a thing like,
Yeah.
5-10 years ago.
Right.
But did you always have the idea that you wanted to be the producer that's like in the studio with the artist versus like the online putting beats on BeatStars?
I just think that as far as like sending beats, right? I always say this too. It's like if I send you a beat, you might not be in the mood that day for that beat, right? But I know if I link up with you and we say we have a conversation for 30, 40 minutes and then we make a beat And then now you really feeling that beat. You like emotionally attached to that song, right? As opposed to like me just sending you the email. Like you're gonna remember that session that we had. You're gonna remember the talk that we had. You're gonna feel that song more than if I just sent it to you. So I just feel like when I do that, they're more inclined to actually push the song. And the songs always come out better when there's a lot of ears and a lot of hands on it. Like that's why I'm big on collabing. I love when not too many people in the studio, but people who know the craft. Not just somebody in the back smoking and falling asleep in the corner.
Yeah.
Someone who's gonna try to make the songs as best as possible.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Damn, yeah. So what is your creative zone? Like, where do you feel like you thrive the best creatively?
Creatively, in my studio at like 2 a.m. after a blunt on some sad shit.
Yeah.
It happens. We keep it real.
I make my best songs, I would say at nighttime.
Yeah, alone type shit. Yeah.
Alone, yeah, but like I said, I also love collabing. So like my boys will hit me, I'm like, yo, pull up and we'll just cook up too. So
yeah,
there's no like specific, but I feel like all like my best beats I made at nighttime, like on some like, sad boy shit.
Yeah. Do you feel like artists sometimes bring too many people to the studio with them?
For sure. for sure.
Bro.
But sometimes it could be a good thing because you don't know who they are bringing at the same
That's
time.
true.
It's like, okay, you're bringing your boy. He might be an A&R. He might be a manager. He might manage an artist that you want to work with. He might be boys with. So, you could kind of dictate who, who's doing something and who's not.
Yeah.
But I always treat everyone with the same type of respect because I expect the same.
For sure. Could you break down maybe like studio etiquette? Things people should do in the studio and things that are like, yo, get the fuck out.
For me personally, in the studio,
Yeah.
I'm like a fly on the wall. I would say I'm like quiet when I need to be, and then I'm vocal when I need to be. For the most part, I'm just taking everything in. So I think, like I said, it's if you're putting effort into the song, then you should be vocal. If not, just sit, chill, and enjoy the process,
Okay.
So
Okay. Is there anything that's just like literally just a straight like you gotta go, like you can't be here?
let me think.
Besides like the obvious like being like barred out.
Don't
or
come to
something
the
like that.
studio smoking that trash weed. I would say that. And
don't want that in the
don't
air.
ask to smoke my blunt because I'm smoking my own blunt, It's COVID going on and all of that. So yeah. Don't come with no whack weed and don't come with no bad vibes.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was real shit. Yo, you seen DJ Mustard's list of
Hell
fucking-
yeah,
bro? That
hell
shit took
yeah,
me out.
hell
And then he had to
yeah.
update it.
Yo, I fucked
What
with
was
that.
the list?
It was like the 10 rules in the studio, some shit like that.
It was like,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
question my shit.
Yeah.
Don't
No ugly bitches in the
ugly
studio.
bitches allowed. No food on it. Like
Yeah.
a
I'ma pull
like
this
nice
shit up.
little
I'ma pull this
list.
shit-
And I
this
was
shit
like,
in.
nah, like I like this list. This is
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, that was a valid.
Nah, it was
Fire.
dumb funny. I'm pulling this shit up right now.
Yeah.
I'm pulling this shit up, bro. This shit is hilarious.
What we got?
Do not come in here if you're fucking ugly.
Right?
That's number one.
That's number one.
Add that to mine. I'm gonna add that to mine.
If you did not hit the gym today, go the fuck home.
Yo, I'm a big-
bro. We health and
big
wellness.
Gym head. I'm a big gym head, bro.
bro.
That shit really that shit played a pivotal role in my career too.
For real.
bro.
That shit keeps you
Yeah.
grounded.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you mentioned
yeah.
the gym like 5 times off camera. So
I mean,
I know you about the gym
last
shit, for real.
last year was just like COVID. COVID was, was rough for a lot of people, but
Yeah.
I gained a lot of weight during COVID, and I just felt like I was unhealthy. And and the thing that I love about my friends is like they keep it real with me too. So they be like, "Yo, Blanc, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You getting big. Like you need to shaping up, bro. You want to be who you want to be. You gotta
How you
snap
feel?
out of it."
How you feel when you heard that shit?
I loved it, bro.
Really?
Like, because like I'm a type of person like I need pain to
motivate you?
motivate
Yeah.
me. So like
Yeah.
it hurts, but it's good. It hurts because it's like someone that you love telling you like, yo, you gotta shaping up. But it's also a blessing because you have someone to tell you, yo, you gotta shaping up.
You know what that just reminded me of? I heard this quote it's off this business podcast that I listened to. It's called Real AF. The dude said there's two different types of people. There's people that love to win and there's people that hate to lose. like when they feel pain and loss, it drives them more. You feel like you're a hate to lose person.
Oh yeah. I strive off of that shit. I don't know what it is, but I feel like we all work better with our back against the wall sometimes. But like I said, yeah, the gym has definitely been like helping me like mentally and physically, bro. I've lost like over 100 pounds in like the past,
Jeez.
I want to say
All
like
right,
past year and a half.
God damn, yeah.
So yeah, I was a big boy.
Yeah.
Big boy. And you know what it is too, like, you know, just the lifestyle of going to the studio, being at the studio 2, 3
all
a.m.
day.
There's nothing
That shit
open to
fucks
eat
with
at that
you.
time. You eating McDonald's, you're
Yeah.
smoking 50 million blunts, you're going
Yeah.
home, going to sleep. So like that shit really could take a toll on you if you're doing it day by day by day by day by day. So
That's
yeah,
real.
I'm heavy on the physical activity now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, it also like it releases the dopamines in your brain, gets you going. So
That's
for
so
sure.
major.
Yeah,
I don't think I could. I'll let you go back. I don't think I could. This wouldn't exist if the gym didn't exist.
Right.
I'll just leave it at that.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's funny that you mentioned Mustard, because he was one of the people that there was like
Oh, he lost mad weight.
it
I
was
forgot about that.
Mustard,
Khaled's another one.
Action Bronson is another one who I looked at and was like, wow. DJ Carnage. Just like they were big boys doing it.
Yeah.
But you know, they had to slim down, and that's all I'm trying to do right now. Slim
That's
down.
fire.
'Cause I want to be a sex symbol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to be a sex symbol.
Yeah,
Fuck
hell
it.
yeah, bro. You should. So going back a little bit.
What can I
Pause,
say?
but fuck
Taking it back a little bit. Taking it back a little bit. So what was an early move or way of treating your business that you felt like made a huge difference between like you being like, all right, like I'm kind of doing this, to being like, all right, now I'm like fully committed to this?
I guess it's like, so. Can you repeat the question? My fault.
What was like an early move that you did or a decision that you made that made a difference between like you being fully committed to this?
Fully committed. I
Yeah.
think it was just the workload I was starting to receive, or just a lot. Like I said, a lot of my friends hit me up for beats. A lot of A&Rs now reaching out to me, like calling me, and I'm like, "How'd you get my number?" Like, "Oh, you know, so and so gave me a number." So I'm starting to realize, like, okay, I got something going. The sound is improving, and people want product. So it's like I got to supply the product.
Facts.
So yeah, I had to put in more time. I had
Yeah.
to make the transition. I'm like, all right, now I can't just make 1-2 beats a day. I got to make packs a day
For sure.
on the daily.
So
What-
responding to the demand, basically, like you
Responding
noticed
to
the
the
demand
demand.
was up, and like you
In the
really
beginning,
wanted to make sure
yeah.
you had the
Now, like I was saying, I work I like just working closely with the artist. But yeah, in the beginning, I mean, even now, artists that harass me, Blanc, I need a pack.
flow. Yeah.
I don't think
Blanc,
that
I need
ever
a
ends.
pack. Blanc, I need a pack.
What about the times that things aren't moving? Maybe a period of just everything's just stagnant. You know, no placements in 4 months. Nothing's really hitting.
I think that's when I love those times too. Like I said, you know, I love the struggle a little bit. So I like when nothing's going on, because it's like, all right, this is the time where people don't think you got something going on, but you're still cooking up. You're still making plays. So I think that
It doesn't mess with you at all when like it's just
oh,
been a
messes
dry
with all of
spell?
us, man. You know, is part of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's you got to deal with shit like that, and this shit is not for everybody too. I gotta say that, like chasing your dreams and just you gotta have that mental toughness. So yeah, like the shit ain't for everybody. People say they want to do it, but like how hard are you willing to go for it?
Yeah.
And how hard are you willing to lock in and put the distractions to the side and be like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. So a lot of people say they do it, but you know, numbers don't lie. So
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything that you do when you
That's
get in
real.
that
That's
creative
real.
funk, or like something that's not inspiring you? Is there anything that you do that sort of takes you back into that lane of like, all right, now I'm doing what I got to be doing?
like when I'm feeling uninspired, kind of.
Uninspired. Yeah.
So I was actually going through that a couple weeks ago, just like, you know, a little funk or whatever, but
Little beat
like,
block.
a little beat block. But
Yeah.
I just reach out to like my other producer friends, and I'm like, yo, play me some beats, or come to the crib, like, get me back in that mode.
Yeah.
So I really feed off of that energy too, just like my friends, really people that I'm close with.
Yeah.
To keep like when I'm out of the funk, they're like, yo, you gotta chill, bro. You know, you're doing your thing. I'm like, I know.
Is that something that if maybe either producer, artist, any creative entrepreneur, whatever, like if they don't have that, they should find that circle of people who keeps them
For
keeps
sure,
them on point.
for sure. It's it's a lonely road by yourself. I'm not saying it's not possible, because there's times I do like to just be by myself. But I always feel like you do need that close knit little team, and they don't even have to like be particularly in your business, like doing producer stuff for you. Just like that support that they have, and just that you have someone to talk to. I think it is, for me personally, like, yeah, I love all my friends, and I don't take them for granted, because they're the ones who keep me motivated too, like when I go in my funk.
That makes sense.
That's fire.
Yeah, you've been very transparent about the fact that you prefer to have very intimate relationships, especially with artists and producers.
For sure.
What is some of the things that you do to sort of build that intimate relationships with artists and producers? Like, is there anything that you do in particular?
Nah, bro. Just like kind of how like we're doing it. We're meeting each
Yeah.
other for the first time. We vibing out, and it's kind of like that, bro. Like I don't come with like a gimmick or anything like that. Like I'm just me. You know, like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm the best. Like, nah, I'm just a human chasing my dreams, and I treat everyone with respect. And I feel like, you know, I was telling my boy this earlier. I told him it's like you get more love when you give love, you know?
Million.
So like,
You get more love when you give love.
right.
Yeah.
So like I'm like, when you show love, you'll get love. Cause you know, it's like some people, they don't want to give people their props, I feel like. Or they might feel like, man, I'm just as good, or I'm better, but he's doing this and he's doing that. It's like, but that doesn't really matter. You know, everybody's journey is different. So I always show love to the young ones. I always show love to anyone who supports me, because they don't have to.
1,000,000%.
Why do you think it's so hard for people to show love? Because I see it all the time.
I think it's just like like insecurity. Some people have a little insecurity. Everyone has little insecurities, but I'm not sure, bro. It's weird to me. It's weird to me how people, because we can do so much more collectively as one than like beefing with each other or not trying to help each other.
1,000,000%.
Because like I said before, it's like if you two came and you were managing an artist, I'm gonna treat you like shit because you came with him and I don't know you. You know, it's like I'm gonna treat everybody with the same respect because I don't know what you do. You could plug me up. You know, relationships could happen off of that. So yeah,
For sure. So how do you go about setting goals for yourself? Like, is there sort of thought process you go through to be like, all right, like this is a reasonable goal that I could obtain in the next year?
yeah, you gotta have your short-term goals.
Yeah.
I think for sure, cause they just keep you on track. They keep you on track. So I'll set a small little goal, like I need to do this amount of beats. I need to, like I said, I do a lot of things like not music related. Like I said, like just like talking to my friends, helping them with other things, like doing YouTube stuff like that, helping my boy. So just yeah.
Yeah, they just come to you naturally, kind of. Yeah.
It's like I said, like I keep saying it, but it's like I'm just really like a close knit person. So like if I fuck with you, I'm gonna fuck with you. And
That's fire.
And there's not a lot of people that I really don't fuck with unless you give me a reason to. But for the most part, like I said, bro, it's like you get more love when you show love.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, as somebody that makes such close relationships with a lot of artists that you work with, do you feel like the business conversations come easier or harder because you have those close relationships?
Sometimes it's hard to sit a homie down and be like, yo.
Yeah, like
I think it becomes easier because when you're friends with the person and if you're genuinely friends, you want to see them win.
Yeah.
So if I'm genuinely friends with an artist and I know they're putting out an album and I'm like, yo, I need this much on the advance, they'd be like, I bet. You deserve that. You put in the work, you my boy. All right, let's do it. So I think that for me, it's easier to navigate through that just because it's the respect that they have, not just as a producer, but as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
You ever get a split that's just like, yo, what?
Right to the lawyer. I send it right to the lawyer. Send it right to my lawyer.
Yeah. So what's your? This is getting a little technical, but like, what's your process of like sort of taking an offer or sending an offer to like an artist and involving your lawyer in that situation?
So you like Usually the artists I've been dealing with, they're all signed to labels. So
Yeah.
I haven't like I've worked with independent artists, but most of the ones are signed to labels. So they're usually just hitting me up like, all right, we want to clear this record. And then I'll get the paperwork, send it to my lawyer, and then we speak about it, and then we just get it done.
Yeah. Okay, so pretty much most of the business conversations that you're having are done from like your attorney who's speaking on your behalf, and then having those conversations with the lawyer.
Because at the end of the day, it's like we could speak about business, but that shit could get tricky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially with the
tricky.
labels,
Yeah,
like their perspectives have to
sure.
come into it
Right.
too. You could agree to something with the artist, that don't mean the label's gonna agree to
Right.
it.
What do you do when you get any sort of split that's just straight disrespectful? Have you ever had like a bridge get burned from that?
Have I had any bridges get burned from it? Unfortunately, I can't say I have yet. No, I
Okay.
will eventually. But like I was saying off camera, like it's hard to get a hold of me, bro. It's hard to get a Blanco beat. So if you're gonna get it, just know it's gonna come with the correct business for it. I'm not just gonna just give it to you and there's no paperwork behind it. Now in my career, in the beginning, I just wanted people to rap on the beats, so I didn't care. Like, and it was my friends I was dealing with, so I'm like, whatever, bro, I don't care.
For sure.
But as you know, you gotta know your worth as you start building up.
That's real.
And I saw just like I had worked with Lil TJ, and it was like, all right, once I worked with Lil TJ, I started seeing just the shift of demand and seeing how things change. So I said, okay, this, I guess it's different transitions, I guess, into your career. And that was one of the transitions I had to make.
Yo, that was actually one of my questions. Like, once you started really getting placements and people started knowing who you were, how did your life change?
I don't think it changed too much just because I'm a low key person. I really don't go outside a lot too much unless I know you.
Okay.
But I just think it's the expectation now. It's like, all right, Blanc, I know you got some shit. Where's the shit? Where's the laptop?
So people started like treating you a little bit different too?
Yeah, a little bit more respect on my name, and knowing that, yeah, he's a producer too, and he got some fire. So whenever you're ready for him, tap in with him.
Okay, interesting.
And I'm not really like rah loud person. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
So there's been time, but there's also been times I've done that and I missed out on opportunities.
From not being rah loud.
Not even that, like just being the fly on the wall.
Yeah.
But that also was in the beginning of my career, so my confidence wasn't too high. So you have to, I just like growing pains, I call it. You got to go through that. So yeah, it hurts because those opportunities go, but new opportunities are always ahead. So
Damn,
sure.
that makes sense. So
I agree.
Coming up, what is one of the biggest things you had to sacrifice when you started taking this game seriously?
Oh man, sacrificing your time, bro.
Yeah.
Your time. Yeah. There's no more chilling.
No more Friday nights at the bar.
Bro, I can't tell you the last time I went to a club or to a bar, like because I'd rather go to a session.
Yeah. Are you how many days a week are you working?
7 days.
7, yeah. 7, how many hours?
More than 8.
More than 8, yeah.
More than 8.
Yeah,
sure.
that was dope. But we were talking off camera, and you talk about how like when you're working with artists, you have like long FaceTimes with them. You talk with them on the phone, just bullshit and hanging out like that way.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're chilling at the stew and shit like that. So it's dope that you have that. You since you have good relationships with artists, like it seems like you have like a very friendly mutual relationship like that. So
for sure. Yeah. I think it just works for me. It doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah.
Because there's different routes you could go with producing. Like you could be the YouTube producer. You could be the producer sending out loops. You could be the producer. I just do a lot of legwork. That just works for me. Showing face and just being there when I have to be there. But there's times, like I said, for artists, like I'm in a stew and I'm like, bro, I'm not driving to New York, bro. It's raining. It's gonna take me an hour and a half. I'm gonna just send you what I know you gonna fuck with. So
Yo, one other thing about work too. What's your mentality on sleep? I've been on some team no sleep shit recently. I'm usually not on that, but like, for the last 7 days, I maybe slept 2 nights. But it is what the fuck it is. I gotta get shit done. So how are you with that?
Oh, I try to get my 8 hours.
You get your 8?
I try to get my 8 hours for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're like, you know,
Same.
we need a rest, bro. There's times where I haven't slept, but you know, it's not healthy for you.
Yeah,
and
no,
like
it's not sustainable.
You're just
long-term.
like you're everywhere. You're like,
yeah.
but that's also like it's a gift and a curse because like sometimes I like that shit too. Where it's like you're grinding so much, you're like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it becomes like a high at a certain point. Like you're doing it so
Yeah.
much, you just love
Yeah,
that
it
shit.
does.
Like,
Yeah.
But then when you've done 3 days in a row of 12-hour sessions, you're like, I need my sleep.
Yeah, and you're driving home, you can't keep your eyes open.
Bro,
like,
there's
yeah,
times I've been in a
Look for naps
12-hour
everywhere.
session and I come out and my car's gone, bro. It's towed. I'm like so fucking tired. I smoked like 25 blunts, maybe 10 beats. I'm just trying to get back home.
yeah,
And my
you gotta
car's
go through the whole
towed.
process.
So, you know, shit like that
Yeah.
goes untold. That's part of chasing your dreams. You
For
know,
sure.
it's like
Major.
going through shit like that.
OD.
But it makes good for the story.
That's a
It
fact.
makes good for the story.
That's a fact.
Sure.
Just before we're gonna hit our jar deep ass questions. I don't know
Gotcha.
if you know about it. Have you seen our jar?
Yeah, I
you
seen
see
it.
it.
I seen it. There's some crazy questions on there.
Yeah, word.
I'm ready for that. I was telling my boy before we came, I said they got a jar full of questions.
Oh yeah, word. I bet.
He said, are they gonna ask you any freaky shit? I said,
Nah.
I hope not.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I don't know what's in here, but hopefully nobody snuck anything in there. But yeah,
Nah,
a lot of
yeah.
people come on the show and they don't even watch it, so they don't know about the jar.
I'm ready
They
for
have
the
no idea,
questions, bro.
so, yeah, but
It's
word.
3, right?
Yeah, we're probably gonna do
we'll
like
do-
2 each. Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
we'll do 4.
But
yeah.
one last thing, this is not gonna be in the jar. Is there anything that you would say to somebody who's just starting their music career now?
Mhm.
Anything that you would recommend to them,
I
or just suggest that's part of the journey?
would just say be true to yourself and just love what you do.
Gotta love what you do.
Gotta love what you
Gotta
do,
love
bro.
it,
At the end of
yeah.
the day,
Yeah.
it's like
Can't do it
I
12 hours
it
a day
if you don't love it.
Yeah.
I do it because I love it. I do it because it's different aspects that I love of it too. Like I love making the beat. I love mixing the beat. I love getting that contract, getting that bread. Like all of that shit. It's everything come together is beautiful.
Yeah.
So I would say just find find like a little group of people that you know are like minded and want to do the same thing as
That
you.
part is so major. Yeah,
For
for sure.
sure.
It makes it so much easier.
It's
when
hard,
you
but
chill
it's
with-
major.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
It's like if we're not doing the same things, it's hard for you to understand what I'm doing. You know? So if you're not doing what I'm doing, it's like y'all can understand the pain of being an entrepreneur because y'all on the same road, so we can relate. But the average person who isn't doing that, they might think that they can relate with you, but they truly can't. And sometimes you grow out of people. It's not that you don't love them. It's just that y'all not on the same time.
Yeah.
So I think just finding people who are doing something similar and trying to better their life and better their career.
That's a
Yeah.
fact. And
Nah, bro,
also,
that was
one other thing I want to add on to that: if you're an artist, creative, entrepreneur, anything chasing the dream, and you have those friends around you that aren't on the type of time and don't understand, I'm not gonna say cut them off and get rid of them because I don't think that's definitely not a healthy thing to do. But they're just not going to get it. And if you bring your problems to them, it's impossible for them to understand what it's like to fucking work for 100 hours on a project and fucking see nothing from it.
100%.
Like
bro.
they won't
100%.
understand it. So like don't get mad at your friends for not getting that.
Yeah.
Just understand that this is a lonely path, but it's worth it. So just keep fucking going. And the more you keep going, the more you'll meet people on your journey.
For sure.
Who will rock with you.
Like I said earlier, like this shit is not for everybody, bro. Like
Yeah.
everybody might want to do it, but there's only a few who do it. So yeah, I would just say stay true to yourself. Work every day, bro. That's the only way you're gonna get nice at making beats is making beats
Facts.
every day. I was ass at making beats in the beginning.
I
thought
was
they
asked
were
for
tough.
years. I was asked for years.
Bro, no lie, I've been making beats now for 5 years, and I just feel like I want to say last year's when I was like, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
It took me 3.5 years.
right.
I
I feel like that, and it's crazy because I'm like, yo, I'm still a rookie compared to like, you know, I look at producers like Hit Boy and like Mustard. They've been in this shit for like 10, 15 years back to back.
Yeah.
10 summers.
I look at the
you know,
Timbos and
Yeah.
shit like that, and it's just like
Timbaland's my
It's different
favorite,
level.
one of my favorite producers actually.
Yeah.
Not to go off topic, but one of the Timbaland song was the main reason I got into producing.
Which song?
It was Aaliyah's song.
Yeah.
It was Are You That Somebody?
Okay.
So that little baby laugh that they had in there, it was like a little baby laughing in the beat.
Oh, not Lil Baby. Little baby.
A
Like, I
little
was
baby.
like, Lil Baby.
Not
I'm
Lil
like,
Baby.
bro.
Lil Baby was a little baby at that time.
Nah, for real. Oh my god, I gotta hear that shit again. I can't remember.
Yeah, I
We're
don't
gonna play it
remember that
after this.
song.
We're gonna play it after this.
Word.
But
I bet.
it's a song from the 90s. So
Word.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I just discovered
heard-
Timbaland's like instrumental albums and like those shits go crazy,
I
bro.
mean,
Like,
his drums are just crazy. His
Different.
bounce
Yeah,
is crazy.
different.
He's definitely one of
You
those.
saw his producer grind interview.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
that-
Hell yeah. I did.
OD.
I got his
That was
master
fire.
class. I did all of that.
Really?
Bro. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
wow,
I
that's
love
crazy.
like he's one of the ones like him. Yeah,
For a
you know,
fact.
Wow,
like the main ones. But yeah, like his bounce was like it influenced me for sure.
that's
Yeah.
wavy.
He was one of the ones for me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. All right, so we're gonna get to the jar.
Yes,
Hell
sir.
yeah.
Let's do this shit.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that doesn't actually mix them up.
Yeah, I didn't do shit, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I'll kick mine off first. What's your worst fear in your career?
My worst fear in my career.
Yeah.
That's a great one. It's a great one. Let me think about it for a second.
You got it.
The worst thing in my career, I think, is not giving it my all. You know, not giving it my all. I feel like if I half-ass it, I'll get half-ass results. So I never want to half-ass it because I'm already in too deep.
Yeah.
That's real.
I'm scared to fail. So yeah.
Do you feel like you could tell when you're giving it your all?
What was
Fuck
that?
yeah.
Do you feel like you can
Fuck
tell
yeah.
when you're giving it your all? Like if you like after it's done, you feel like it's like I did 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it comes to you get to a point where you're always on 100%. You know, you're just working at 100%. Like when I'm making a beat, I'm not halving it. Like I'm starting it and finishing it. Even if I don't like it, even if I do like it. So I'm always just on go.
My rule is if I lay down in bed and I still have energy to get back up, I didn't do enough.
Facts, bro, because it's like what you're going to lay in bed on your phone for like 15, 20, 30 minutes. You could have cooked up a beat right
Bro.
there real quick. That could have been the beat that could change your life. That
That's
could have
a
been the
fact.
beat that got you the placement.
That's
put
a
some
fact.
bread in your pocket, help your situation. So
Yeah.
it's time. There's plenty of times that I've been laying in bed and I'm like on TikTok or whatever or Instagram and I hear like one of the sounds and I'm like, I'm about to sample this shit. Hold
Oh,
on.
yeah?
I'll get up out of bed, chop up the sample, and I'm
We've all
like, all
been
right, I'm gonna do
there.
the drums in the morning.
Yeah. Okay,
So like I
word.
have something to work on in the morning when I wake
Yeah,
up
yeah.
with like a fresh mind.
Word.
That's real.
Damn, that makes sense.
That's
Damn.
real.
So
That's real.
Yeah, I'm heavy on YouTube, bro. I love YouTube.
yeah.
Just
Same.
watch. I'm a student of the game, so like I still to this day watch producer videos of like people cooking up and shit like that because it's like you always gonna learn something. That's why I
fact.
love collabing too. It's like somebody's gonna do something different. You're gonna learn. They learn from you. You learn from them. So I'm always on YouTube watching music videos, watching interviews, just staying in tune. Really staying in tune.
Yeah,
a real
maybe.
student of the game.
Yeah.
Word.
Hell yeah.
That's the only way you'll get better is by studying the greats.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
For sure. So building off of that a little bit. So what would you say is what is the most agonizing part about a music career?
Chasing a music career.
What's the most agonizing part?
Yeah.
I guess getting people to believe in you. You know?
I gave up on that. Y'all gonna see.
Right.
Y'all doubted me for so long. You gonna see.
Yeah, for
That's-
sure.
that's where I'm
Yeah.
at.
So it's like they're gonna show you love when you're doing some shit, right? But where was that love when I, was in the mud trying to get it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely makes sense.
All right. What is one thing you wish you knew before you started your music career?
Oh man, this might be funny, but I wish I knew what quantize was.
The drums was all over the place.
All right, so my first like year and a half of making beats, I didn't know what quantize was. So yeah, let's just put it like that.
What does it mean?
All right, so
I know what it
okay, all right. So basically, you got a grid. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Like when you quantize your drums, it goes on the grid. So it goes
Yeah.
like mad on point and shit.
And
If
it's,
not
and it's
quantized.
literally
Okay.
like you highlight it and press a button and it does it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
But like for my
Facts.
first year and a half, I didn't know shit. So I'm literally like doing hi-hats and claps like one by one. And I'm like, why does it sound fucked up And yeah.
Okay.
I'm like looking at, I use a machine MPC. So I'm like looking at the buttons one day and I see quantize. I'm like, all right, let me see. What the fuck is quantize? And I type it in on YouTube and I'm like, wow, I've been playing myself for a whole year and a half.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
But that's something I wish I knew in the beginning, how to quantize my beats. Another thing that, I know
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. But another thing I think is just learning the business too in the beginning. I feel like we should, all producers should just learn the business a little bit, just so you know when you get into them situations, you kind of have a knowledge on what's going on.
Yeah, you're not in the dark.
For sure.
You're not in the dark. I feel like, and I always tell all my producers that I meet, the young ones who look up to me, I'm like, yo, be a student of this shit, bro. Like learn business. Like if you need a lawyer, I'll put you on to my lawyer. I'm telling them, YouTube this, YouTube that. Like YouTube what a pub deal is. YouTube what an admin deal is. YouTube these things. So you know if that ever comes on your plate, you know what it means and you know how to navigate. And you're not just like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna take the pub deal, or you just don't know. I feel like you'll be better that way, knowing the business.
100%,
Yeah, especially as a
100%
producer,
agree.
because there's so much that goes into it as a producer, like counting those, like making sure you get your publishing,
Right.
of course, and
Registering
make sure you
your
get some points
songs,
and
like
all
a
those
bunch,
type of
like
things.
there's a whole all that
your beats.
stuff, bro. Like it's deeper than just making a beat on Logic, bro.
Yeah.
It's like there's a whole other aspect to it, like registering your songs, how you gonna get paid on them, your advance, your points, all
the
of
marketing
that.
on it as a producer is
All of
insane
that
too.
stuff,
Yeah,
bro.
for sure. So,
So
yeah,
I always
like
tell
the
them,
answer.
yo, you just learn a little bit. I'm not saying be a lawyer of it, but be a student of it and know what you're getting yourself into. So when you see these things, you're familiar with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Final question of the night.
Talk to me.
Why do you think so many artists / producers fail?
It's tough. That's tough to answer because everyone's journey is different.
Yeah.
So, you know, I might fail because I went through some shit in my life and I'm mentally not there anymore. So it's hard to answer that because everyone's different. But
It
for
is.
me, what was the question? Why
do so many artists and producers fail?
why do they fail?
Yeah.
I can't tell you, bro. 'Cause
Yeah.
everyone is different.
Mhm.
Everyone's different. But like I said before, this shit is not for everybody. So
Mm.
some people gotta fail, bro. And it's like, it's crazy because somebody's failure might be your, you know, you might need someone to fail to be like, damn, bro, I really believed he could do it. You know what? I'm gonna do it for him or do it. I don't want to be like that person.
Mm-hmm. Or take his spot.
So yeah, I mean, everyone can't be millionaires. Everyone can't be the best at everything. There's gonna be failures, and as you know, that's just life, bro. That everybody's journey is different,
yeah.
and people are gonna fail, bro. And I've failed in my life at little things, but as the overall picture, I feel like I haven't. So you got to take your L's to get your dubs.
That's
to get
a
your
fact.
dubs.
I feel like the only true failure is just quitting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
As long as you just go and be good.
And some people gotta quit too, though. You know, because it's like,
Yeah.
it comes to a point. All right, you what do they say when you do the same thing over and over and over and you get the same results?
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
insanity.
Insanity, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, you've been making songs for 10 years and you're not doing, and they still doing the same numbers, but you're not putting the effort to like, all right, why aren't they? I'm not marketing it. I don't have good album art. I don't have this. So it's like, if you're not doing that and you're just doing the same shit, pack it up, bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Pack it up.
Respectfully.
Pack it up, yeah. Because it's like, you gotta know what you're doing at the end of the day. It's a business. This is a business at the end of the day. It's an art, but there's a business side to it. So you gotta love the art and you gotta love the business. That's the
a
only
fact.
way you'll flourish in this shit.
That's
a
real.
fact.
To know both of them.
Yeah.
For
My
sure.
dog. How you feeling?
Yo, I feel great, man. I want to say again, I appreciate y'all for having me on your platform, for real. I love all my fans out there. I love all my supporters. I got new music coming out first quarter. I got an EP that I produced with Stunna Gambino coming out.
Word.
I got a song coming out with Wally the Sensei this month. He just signed with Capitol.
Okay.
So yeah, I got some things going on, and yeah, fuck with me, man.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, my bro.
Appreciate y'all, man.
My dog.
Sure.
Last thing, can you tell can you tell the people where to find you on social media?
Yo, I'm on Instagram, produced by Blanco. No
Yes, sir.
Twitter, no TikTok, really. I'll be on TikTok, but it's like a ghost.
Yeah.
It's a ghost page. I just be watching the dance videos and shit. I'm post a dance TikTok soon.
Oh yeah,
I've been trying
That's coming
to,
up?
bro. I feel like TikTok is so hard to use, like to edit your videos. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, nah, I don't edit videos through TikTok. I don't,
bro,
yeah,
I'm like,
nah, I
how
don't
are
do that
everybody
shit.
doing these crazy dance videos like so fast?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not really a
That's just
dancer anyway, so
Yeah.
You don't get sturdy at all?
a little sturdy, got a little sturdy. You know, I'm from Jersey, so we get Jersey sturdy.
Word.
You know, we get
Word.
Jersey sturdy, but
Yes, sir.
Word.
Yo, episode 50. Blanco in the building. I know you learned some shit. I know you enjoyed it. I know you laughed. So please subscribe to the channel. Tap in with us. Tap in with Blanco.
Yes, sir.
I don't even know if you can get beats from him, but you could try.
yo,
DM
y'all
him.
can try to get a beat from me, man. But just come before we end. Also, come correct, man. That's there's a lot of people coming with bad DMs and stuff like that.
That's fact.
If I think you tough, I'm gonna holla at you. I'm gonna end it like that.
Yes, sir. So that's it. We out of here.
Bow. Episode 50, motherfucker.
Hey.